ètò ìgbéyàwó tó kọ́ ní lọ́gbọ́n. Let's talk traditional wedding. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ètò Let's Talk traditional wedding ló lọ lọ́wọ́. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Let's Talk traditional wedding, ètò ìgbéyàwó tó kọ́ ní lọ́gbọ́n. Let's Talk traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram, every Tuesday on Facebook, 6 p.m. UK time, every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Let's Talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Let's Talk
traditional wedding. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí, ẹ̀yin tèmi nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi. Mo kára lé, mo kérò ọ̀nà, mo kọ́kùnrin, mo kóbìnrin, mo kọ́mọdé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí àgbàlagbà wípé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò láwa, ètò yín, ètò kan náà tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí ètò ìgbéyàwó. Let's talk traditional weddings and more with Meettheroyals. Àmọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa lórí ètò yìí, kó tó di pé aṣọ òun fún un, ṣé rí pé ẹ kájú bá ọba akọ́dá ayé, ọba aṣẹ̀dá ọ̀run, ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayérayé kọrin kése, ọba tó ní pa àmọ́ tó kọ̀ tí ò pani, tó ṣe pé ṣe ló ń pa ní mọ́, ẹlẹ́bùrú ìkẹ́, ọba tá a dágbére fún lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá pé à ń lọ kábọ̀, ló jẹ́ kójú ṣe fẹ́mi Olúwabùnmi aya òṣìbẹ̀rẹ̀ tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Meettheroyals alága ìdúró alága ìjókòó MC olóòtú ètò ìgbéyàwó Godly Swagger. Ó jẹ́ kójú ṣe fún mi láti tún wá bí lẹ́ni láyé àti láyé rere. Ó tún wá jẹ́ kó ṣeé ṣe fún mi láti bá ẹ̀yin èèyàn bí èèyàn, ẹ̀yin ẹni bí ẹni, ẹ̀yin èjìká tẹ̀jẹ́ kẹ́wù mi ó jábọ́ lórí ètò yìí, ẹ̀yin tí ẹjọ́ lólùfẹ́ ètò jẹ́ kí n tún wá bá yín láyé àti láyé rere. Ṣé rí pé àròhun fáyọ̀ bí òṣọpẹ́ kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òjò ló máa ti rọ̀ láàrin ìjẹjọ sẹ́ni tílẹ̀ máa ti fi mọ̀. Wíwà láyé àti láyé wa lẹ́ni kì máa ṣe nípa ipá, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kì í ṣe nípa ìgbára. Ó wu Ọlọ́run nínú ọlá ńlá ẹ̀, òun ló dá ẹ̀yin àtèmi sí, kábíyèsí Elédùmarè ẹgbọ̀pẹ́kẹ́ gbà yín wá. Father, we are so grateful for your love, for your faithfulness, for keeping us, for keeping myself and all these amazing people that are supporting me on this show. Father, we are grateful. Adúfàsìkò náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ẹni bí ẹni ẹ̀mí tí wọ́n ṣagbátẹrù ètò yìí, pàápàá jùlọ iléeṣẹ́ kan gbòógì tí wọ́n ń pè ní Jelenke Duchess, níbi tí wọ́n ti ń ta aṣọ ìbílẹ̀, aṣọ ìṣẹ̀ǹbáyé lẹ́fẹ́ ni, aṣọ ìgbàlódé lẹ́fẹ́ ni, ní tiwantiwa tọkùnrin lẹ́fẹ́ tóbìnrin tọmọdé tẹ́fẹ́ ni àbí tàgbàlagbà. Bóyá wọ́n ń ta ìgbárùn, wọ́n ń ta tọwọ́, wọ́n ń ta aṣọ ìyàwó, ìyá ìyàwó lẹ́fẹ́ ni ti bàbá ìyàwó. Iléeṣẹ́ Jelenke Duchess ní kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ sí iṣẹ́ ní nǹkan tí mo wọlé ni Jelenke Duchess, kólekóle lọ́rọ̀ títí wọn. Ọ̀rọ̀ wọn gba kólekóle, very simple, classy and beautiful stuff. They sell everything. They can take the stress of aṣebi off you. Iléeṣẹ́ Jelenke Duchess, ẹ kú gbà gbogbo, iléeṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná, owó yín á máa ròkè. Mo tún fàsìkò náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ Lazel Fabrics all the way from Dallas, Texas. Àwọn náà ń taṣọ ìyàwó tí ìyá ìyàwó lẹ́fẹ́ tọmọ ìyàwó lẹ́fẹ́ ni wọ́n ń ta iléeṣẹ́ wọn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tún máa báyọ̀ fún ránṣẹ́ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáńlá ayé. Mo tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine. Mo ti máa sọ fún yín tipẹ́tipẹ́ tẹ́ bá fẹ́ yàwòrán tí kò ṣe bàlàbàlà, àbí ẹ ti ẹ fẹ́ gbé ayẹyẹ nítorí ẹ̀rọ magazine. If you want your event on e-magazine or even printed magazine, or you want very reasonable and beautiful photos and pictures and videos of your event, please contact the amazing Celebration International Magazine. Iléeṣẹ́ Blanco Concepts, àwọn náà máa ń yàwòrán ni. Blanco Concepts, they are media people. They can do your live coverage, anything that you want to do. Contact Blanco Concepts. They are very reasonable, very polite. Customer service on top notch. Iléeṣẹ́ Blanco Concepts, ẹ ṣeun. Mo tún fàtìkì náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ẹni bí ènìyàn bí wọ́n tí wọ́n ti dapò mí lórí ètò lẹ́nu èrò ti pọ̀ lórí ètò, kódà mi ò lè dárúkọ tán. Àwọn tí wọ́n ti ń kí wa, tí wọ́n ti ń gbóríyìn fún wa lọ́tún lọ́sì lórí orí ìkànnì mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta tá a ti ń kàn sí ilé ní àwa lórí YouTube, àwa lórí Instagram, àti wọ́n wà lórí TikTok, like somebody would say. Thank you everybody for your support every week. I celebrate you. Thank you for always being here. Without you guys, there's no Ètò Ìgbéyàwó. You know the favor I always ask for every week. Ẹ bá wa fètò ránṣẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ kó yé àwọn èèyàn wípé ètò ìgbéyàwó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ní pẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ bá sọ fún àwọn èèyàn pé ètò ìgbéyàwó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Remind people that the show has started, because the topic we are treating today is very, very important and there is a lot to learn, trust me. So if you know anybody that will have been on this show and they are not here, please, let them know that the show has started. We are having a beautiful topic to talk about today. And if you have some younger ones, particularly young people in their teenagers, or people who are in their early 20s, our children at this point, if you know anybody like that, this show is going to benefit them. And also it's going to benefit you as parents. If you have young ones that are marriageable age, or that you think that very soon, my mama asks for house, my mama dating, please call them, because today's show is about parents and our young ones. So if you know anyone like that, please call them and let them know that this is for them. Okay. Ẹ̀yẹ́ ká forí gbára tí wọ́n bá gbà wá láyè, tó bá gbà wá láyè, tó ní lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí. Instagram, TikTok, they're a little bit more strict in terms of using people's music. So in case the music goes off midway, just bear with me. But I love to play music at the beginning of every show. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Those that are on TikTok, please keep tapping. Please keep tapping. Tap, TikTokers, because we need to keep this live on. If we don't tap, it's going to log us off, and I don't want that. Please also remember that you can join me at any point in time. You can either join me on TikTok live, just send me a request to join and I will invite you. Also on Instagram. But if you don't have access to any of those, if you're watching me from YouTube, you can call me on +44 78 632 45793. That's +44 78 632 45793. You can call me on WhatsApp and I will pick your call and everybody can hear you. Okay. Ẹ ká lọ gbọ́ orin tí a fẹ́ fi gbára lé ní, láti tí wọ́n bá gbà wá láyè. Tó yẹ ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ìṣúná dẹ̀ ń lé wa kúrò lórí orin wa.
Many people say Ejala no be small fish.
Hey, come on, let's go.
All of my darkness are gone. Who would you remain me from? I'm proud of the man I become.
Hey,
you can have what is my own. Money must have a China.
Oh yeah, let's go.
The more you look less, you know.
Oh shit. Thank you, man. I took good impact. Hey. Oh yeah. I'm ready to guy. We rolling the dollar so more. Fatai. Go to Anna. You buy. Hey. Many people. All right, we have to put this on hold. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, because Instagram does not allow us to play the music for more than a minute or two. If you do, they're going to shut off our live, and we don't want that. I love that music so much. That's coming from the amazing, awesome. It's one of my favorite artists, Adekunle Gold, and I think it's called Many People. If you want to see it, I love the man I've become. Whatever life has thrown across you, what has it taught you? What have you become? Are you proud of who you are? That's what that song is all about, and I love it. I just enjoy it. I love the rhythm. I love it. Thank you so much. Get me joyful noise saying everybody, Bookilicious. You see, they've said you reach limit of copyright music in your video. You can imagine. They've just sent me a message. Imagine now they want us to just play the music for 1 minute. I don't understand why. We used to be able to play the music for like 5-10 minutes before, but not anymore. Anyway, people, let's go to our topic of today. I don't know how many of us had already seen the that I sent, prior to this. I always love to send my topics ahead of time so people can at least ponder on it and see and think about it and be like, okay, what is this going to be about? And that's why I always love to send my topic out in advance. So if you have not seen it, I'm going to say it again. Thank you, Mommy Joanna Lukon. Thank you, Yahoo Baba. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jelenke Judges. Thank you, His Trophy of Grace. I don't know, people are online. Please bear with me if I can't see you. I'm not ignoring you. Just bear with me. I know that I was dancing and I was celebrating. Thank you so much. Please share the show. Call people that the show has started. This particular topic is very important, and I have my reason for saying that. It's very important for those of us who have children that are marriageable age, or even if they're not, as in their teenage, they have gotten to a point where their body is beginning to tell them a lot of things, whether we want to believe it or not. We've all been there. We've been there at one time or the other. So this is why this topic is very important. So today's topic, it starts by saying, it is not said until it is said. That phrase, I got it back from when I was in uni. Pardon me. It says, it is not said until it is said. And it also talks about, let me read it. It says, let's talk about silent crushes and unspoken feelings. Silent crushes and unspoken feelings. Whether or not we want to believe it, whether or not we want to accept it, whether or not we talk about it, at one point in time, everyone on this platform, whether we are now old, in our 50s, our 40s, our 30s, we would have at least had some feelings towards someone, or someone. Oh, somebody said they don't get my message anymore. I need to add, maybe I need to re-add you, ma. Sorry about that. So, well, we need to talk about these things, that the way your body starts telling you stuff at certain stage of your life, whether or not you believe it or not, at some point, as human, from baby to when we become, aware of ourselves, especially when puberty starts setting, we get to a point where we start catching feelings for the opposite sex. How many of us have ever been to that big? How many of us have had that? Maybe when you were growing up, I had that feelings. When you begin, your body starts telling you, as you're developing, as you're growing up, your body starts telling you stuff. Even though in our own days, we were not even allowed to discuss about it. Most of us were silent about it. But whether or not we believe, at any point in anybody's life, you start having these funny feelings. Even if you're not thinking about it before, when you start seeing your classmates or your mates or people of your age group start, having boyfriend or girlfriend, then something start telling you, how come everybody's having boyfriend? Why am I not having one? Or as a guy, you start thinking, my friends are already toasting girls. How come? What's going on? Is it just me? So thank you, Yahoo Baba. I love one thing about Yahoo Baba. She's very realistic. So at one point or the other, we've experienced it. We've experienced it. You just, at this particular boy, your class or your street or whatever, you just kind of, I like this guy. So what we're talking about today is, first of all, I wanted to ask the question before, is it okay or is it normal to have crush on someone? As in, to crush on someone, is it normal? Is it right? Especially in this day and age where we preach religion, where we preach that some things are sinful, some things are da. I want to ask, is it normal? Is it okay? Does it speak well? Is it, or morally speaking, or religious speaking, or whatever? I want to ask, is it okay to have crush on someone? Is it okay? Let's answer that question first. Somebody said Mima. Somebody said Mima. Yeah, we've all been there, So let's talk about it. Is it okay to have crush on someone? I'm gonna wait until somebody says something about that question, because I don't like. Oh yeah, this one that last week when we were about to finish, that's when people now started popping up and saying, Meettheroyals killer, so I wanted to say something. You can't say something when the show is about to end. So please, guys, I want to ask, is it okay? I'm not talking about, generally speaking, as a young person growing up, is it okay to actually crush on someone? Is it okay to crush on someone? Does it affect your moral standard when you crush on someone? Somebody said yes, it's okay to crush on someone. Somebody said it's very okay. Okay. Just two people are chatting. I want to hear from you, because the reason I'm bringing this topic up is the fact that sometimes when we get to a certain age, we forget that we have passed through certain stages in our lives. We forget that there used to be a stage that where we were, that our children will also somebody said, but it can lead to loss. That's when it is not controlled. Anyways, so we forget that we've all passed through. And sometimes I look at our parents. I look at them, I'm like, the way our parents were so strict strict on us. He was like, hey, people, are you sure you people did not go through what we went through? Yeah, what happened? I think this generation we are a bit more realistic than our parents back in the days. So people have said it. It is okay to crush on someone. It's okay to see someone. And or should I even talk about, okay, maybe people don't know what the meaning of crush is. Let's not assume that everybody know what crush is. Let's start from there. What is it? What does it mean to crush on someone? To say, oh, I crush on this person. What does it really mean? Let's talk about it. Maybe that's why people are not answering the question. Maybe people do not understand what we mean when we use the word crush on someone. What does it mean? How can we explain crushing on someone in a layman term that everybody would understand? What does it mean? Especially to the younger ones, the teenagers, those in their 20s, those close to marriageable age and stuff like that. Mainly this topic is mainly for them. It does happen to adults as well, grown-ups, but most of the time somebody said having feelings for the opposite sex. Thank you, ma'am. When we say feelings, let's make it more clearer. When you have feeling to the opposite sex, when you just like this person, there's something in you that when you see this particular person, you get as if they do me. I think somebody just said when you like the person or fancy them. Thank you, Mide. People are saying when you have crush on someone, it means you fancy them. They are kind of your spec. That's someone that you just don't know. Anytime you see this person, your heart go, they do begin, or your body is somehow, just like this person. I just crush on this person. I just like this person. And I'm glad that a lot of people have said that when they were younger, they had that experience before you settle down for your husband or your wife. Maybe there was someone on your street or your class or your classmates where you're in uni that you just like this particular person for some reason. It can be okay to some extent as long as it doesn't lead to immorality. Well, I don't know why everybody is focusing on immorality this evening. I think this is the second person that is mentioning immorality. Most of the people that we ended up marrying, we were once their crushes. Let's bear that in mind. It doesn't necessarily mean for immorality sex. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to lead to sin. For you to be able to marry someone, there must be a certain level of attraction. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So when you kind of like someone, somehow it means you crush on that person, you like this person. Now we're going to be looking at it in two different aspects today. Yeah, Baba said to feel like always wanting to see someone or feels good around opposite sex. Yes, ma'am, you're right. Whenever you see this particular person, you just go, oh my gosh, I just like him. Or I like her, I just like her. Or you can like, what do you like him? I just don't know. I just like this person. That feeling of, oh, anytime I see this particular guy, there's this thing. It happens mostly when we were younger, before we settle down. For those of us, who are now married, it happened mostly when we were in uni days or when we were just finishing secondary school. Most of the time when your body, that shows that your body is prepared to start, having sense of romance. That's what, to me, crushing on someone definitely means that your body is ready to start having feelings of romance. In fact, when after a certain age, if you don't have crush on anybody, you don't have feeling for anybody, or nobody has feeling towards you, your parents will probably be worried. That's when you get to a point, already don't like him, don't like anybody, don't like anybody, but don't like anybody. So it's not necessarily leading to loss, but sometimes it can lead to loss if it's not properly controlled. Now, let me ask a question. When you have crush on someone, this is where the topic came in. It is not said until it is said. When you have crush or you crush on a particular person, especially when you are single, you are probably at the age where you are allowed to have a relationship. Let's take it that way. Now, I'm trying to phrase the question properly. Is it okay to speak up or go to the particular person that you're crushing on, whether you're a man or a woman, a young lady or a young man? Is it okay to walk up to somebody that you crush on to tell them, or how do you make them know that you crush on them? How do you make them know? Somebody said, "Try." I remember those days. Oh, thank God, Baba is not an. It's okay as far as I'm concerned. Okay, somebody said it's okay as far as I'm concerned. We all have crushes, We all have crushes back in the days. That, in fact, I remember one day my husband and I were having this funny conversation. And I told him that, I remember I used to crush on the guy. I went, oh, dear, it taste. He was laughing at me. And then sometimes when he talks about people that I used to crush, I'm like, ew, on purpose, we're just laughing over it, you know what I'm saying? By being a secret admirer. Now, then they sometimes know you crushing on them. Okay. Now, when we say, somebody said, I asked a question, I said, is it okay to walk up to your crush and let them know that you actually like them? And somebody said, yes, it's okay as far as they are concerned. Sometimes these people actually know that you crush on them because there's a particular way you probably behave, your body language, everything around them, or you're so comfortable around them. I remember there used to be a guy that used to take off imaginary dirt from my hair when I was in uni days. I'm like, oh, Benny, kò sí ìdọ̀tí kankan lórí mi, ìdọ̀tí wo ló ń gbọ̀n? He would just be like, oh, Bumi, you're lying. You know, I knew it was crushing, you understand? So, and I mean, for a person at that age, it makes you feel good somehow. But now, somebody said it's okay to walk up to a crush to tell them how you feel. Now, let's take it from the female to the male. As a female, is it okay for a female to walk up to a guy that she crushes on, to ask them out? I know that for a guy, it's natural, it's normal. You can walk up to your crush and tell them. Now, let's ask from the girl's perspective. As a young lady or as a young girl, or even as a single, let's say maybe you're single for whatever reason, you crush on someone. I know that this person is also available. TikTokers, tap. They're going to send us away from TikTok if you don't tap. Now you admire this person. As a lady, is it okay for a lady to crush on someone and let them know that, Omo, I like you, I want to be with you? Is it okay? Let's talk about that. People have gone quiet, so they do it now. They do it nowadays, okay? They do it nowadays. People do it. I'm not disputing that. People do it nowadays. But morally speaking from all different angles, is it proper? Is it appropriate for me? Maybe I work in an office, I'm a young lady, and I admire this particular man, and I feel, thank you, Queen B, thank you. Is it okay? Is it appropriate for me to actually say, you know what, I like this particular guy, and I walk up to them and I say, hi, I like you, I would love to be together? Is it okay for a lady to do that? Now, let's talk reality. In our set, I'm talking about the Igbo set now. Somebody said people do it nowadays. Somebody said we are, yes, back then, no, but now girls are open. Hey, Lord have mercy. So as a girl, you walk up with a man and you tell them, hi, I like you. Or just wait until the guy is ready to talk. Which one is better? Wait until the guy is ready to talk, or walk up to them and let them know. Somebody said it's common these days. Just, oh, thank you, I am the king. Thank you, everybody on TikTok that are giving gifts. So, people are saying back in the days, most people are saying back in the days, it was not proper for you to just walk up to somebody as a lady and tell them that you love them. Nowadays, people say, but nowadays, people are doing it. So does that make it right? Would you do it? And if you would do it, why? If you would not do it, why won't you do it? Please, people, send me requests. I've accepted some people on TikTok. If you want to call me, for those of you on YouTube and Instagram and you cannot call me, you can call me on +44 7863 245 793. That is +44 7863 245 793. Please call me. Everybody will be able to hear you and let me know your opinion. Yes, ma'am. God bless you, ma'am. Congratulations. Thank you for coming on the show. And then thank you so much. I have another person, King. I am the king. I am the king. God bless you, sir. Please feel free. Unmute yourself and say something to us. I am the king. We can hear you. Good evening, sir. Hold on, ma'am. Congratulations. Please hold on, ma'am. What happened? Okay, we can hear you, sir.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just joining your live for the first time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We are happy to have you here.
Now, what you just said now.
Yes, sir.
Sincerely, in those days, people really hardly even have that confidence to look at a man's eyes, even while you are trying to woo them, put down their head. They won't even look at your eyes. Not just because the lady is shy, but it's common for ladies in those days to usually put down their head, not looking at you. They listen to you, but they just like put down their head, put down their eye, won't look at you. And when you tell them this, and that, they tell you, I'll go and think about it.
Oh, yes.
And you might be chasing her for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year, 2 years, and all.
Yes.
Now, one of the things that does is, although in those days, men of those period, they don't get tired. They keep on pursuing. I like this lady, I follow her to the letter. They keep on pursuing. They meet people, call friends, family, let me to talk to this girl. I'm really in love with her, blah, 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 blah. And you will realize that actually gives the lady a kind of respect. At the end of the day, even if there is any problem between them, you will get to know that it's that guy that actually messed up, because there is a way the lady will go about things, and you know that yes, even when she messed up, everybody will they know how to manage that situation and all of those things. But nowadays, it's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. This is the age where you even find even married women going after men, telling them I like you.
Hey, Jesus. Hey.
Telling them I want you. I'm talking about married women. Not to now talk of the younger generation they are worst. I'm saying worst, not worse now. Worst. Because apart from the fact that they will even ask you out, the way they will come at you to make you, when in those days, when the lady is interested in the guy, there's a way they go about it.
Yes.
It doesn't go directly
point blank.
He will just show 1 or 2 body language. You will see that lady being excessively kind towards that guy. Not really showing it, but there's a way you go about it. Being kind and all of those things. And if the guy did not pick, it becomes a problem for the guy. And if the guy also pick and speak out, the lady will
still do shakara.
Shakara to the point that it might even take the guy like 1 year before he can get
Yes.
Is it this age that you will meet a lady today, you talk today, and they sleep with each other?
Hey, Father Lord. I need to do kodo.
Kodo. So it's so annoying.
It is sad.
But to be very candid, one way we see it like he's annoying, he's morally not right, and all of those things. But if we look at the genesis of all these things, we see that it is we. Let me say, I'm talking about human beings generally. Now I'm talking about government and all. We are the ones that make all these things possible. And the reason is this: in those days, men are weaponized in terms of financial strength, financial move. Hardly will you see ladies who are working like that. Even when they are working, where they are, it's not too high for them to have that opportunity around them. But these days, women are more weaponized than men. You will see that if you check most organizations, by the time you will count 10 men, 30 men are 10 men in the company, 30 women are there. are getting more financially stronger
than men.
and than men now, and those that are not even getting financially stronger, they have a way of going about getting from those that are the men that are the top men that are financially stronger and using against the society. So it's really a kind of dicey situation that we find ourselves. And in turn, what this brings about is the fact that the man that is supposed to come out, muzzle up to say, I want to ask this girl out, when he looks at his and he feels like, this one, I cannot do this.
I can't handle it.
I can't do it. Back. Now, the woman might like him in the woman might like her and him already, but because he realized that this guy is not forthcoming, you won't have the choice than to say,
let me talk to him. Let me talk to him.
Now, a lot of women have been in big organizations that it was, I'm married. It was someone who is not as old as I am. Boss, and she's a lady. She's not even married. In fact, in those days, in that time that I was in that company, if most of them usually think as if I am not married. They tell me you are not married. Come on, why are you doing? I have to go and put my family picture on my table.
Okay, so that they will know.
They will know I'm married. But
oh my God.
Just imagine if the lady who is my boss now finds some kind of interest in me.
Hi, God.
You should know that you will come on.
That's another thing, because sometimes people even do it out of I don't have a choice because my job is at stake or something like that. We're going to get to that point. We're going to get to that point where we're going to talk about things that could affect or could cause people to actually do it. You've really covered a lot of what I wrote down here, which I really do appreciate, Sam. I don't mean to cut you short. I'm sure you're still going to be on the show. You can always come back on to say something, because I wrote a lot of things down, which for what I don't know whether you even saw my notes. You already hit some of the point I have here. And we have to be realistic. Now, you even taken it to the point of older ones. I love what you said earlier, sir. I don't know how many of us were hearing what I Am the King has been saying. Thank you so much. He has said a lot of wonderful things here that is so important to our conversation of tonight. He said back in the days, there's something about your man when you are even approaching a lady, they will even be looking away. They will even be looking down. Not necessarily because they are shy, some out of humility or out of cultural or moral standard. They would, and it's true. Back in the days of Mama Junior, Mama, they would even cannot look at your face. Let alone go and ask her out. They won't do it back in the days. So we all know that life power your duty, but then I think I love what it used to be then, and even religious wise. There's a saying in the Bible that says, he that finds a wife finds a beautiful thing. Ọkùnrin lèmi mọ̀ tó máa ń lé obìnrin láyé ìgbà yẹn. Whether or not it is right, I don't even know, but that was the way we were brought up. And but nowadays you see women chasing men. I don't know if that is even morally okay. You understand? Then he also the King also talk about the fact that men will chase and chase. I love that point so much. In fact, that is one of my favorite points that he has made. I actually had to start it. Back in the days, if it takes 4 years for you to say yes, some men would actually wait back in the days. But nowadays, the is a note here by must you follow her? Forget about her now. Because of that, nowadays, ladies don't waste time before they jump at, because they don't want to lose the opportunity. Because I'm not going to lie, back in the days, most of the time, a man that is crushing on you, most likely you're also crushing on that man already. But then they will see chase and will see do shakara. Even if you love that person, you're praying, Lord, but you still do shakara. But nowadays, men don't have the patience. Before they asks you out 2-3 times, you can hardly see men that wait for long now. I don't know how many of us are Instagrammers. I hope you're following me. So because of that, a lot of people don't wait. They don't wait anymore to be asked. They will say, yes, unlike back in the days. Now, let's talk about the fact that some women will go and talk to a man. I think I'm the king had mentioned one of the things that make women go to men, maybe because they feel that eléyìí mo like it, and his financial status is lower than mine. If I wait for him, he will never come. Let me just go to him. That's one of the things, but that's on the advanced level. Now, don't let us forget that when I started this topic, I'm talking about the younger ones, maybe their 20s, because I remember when I was in my 20s, that's when I started feeling there's this young guy on my streets. That kind of thing. We all had that time. Now, Yoruba said here, somebody said on Instagram, he said, just like what I wrote earlier, I had to create a reading group that brought us together until he noticed it was unfortunate that religions drew us apart. This is somebody talking from experience of when they were younger. She said she had to create, instead of going to the person directly, she had to create a reading group so that the guy would notice them. So now, talking about what can somebody...
Before you go ahead, I have a contrary opinion.
Okay, 1 second, ma. Somebody said you have different ways of showing how we feel about the opposite sex. Somebody says no, okay. Okay, ma. Please go ahead, ma. Bukilicious, put over to you, ma.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
I have a contrary opinion to what I am the king said.
Okay.
To an extent.
Okay, ma.
When I met my husband, I was in school then. I went to a club, a Papa Club. So it was myself and my friend. There's this man that I need to chicken bite to ask me out. He was all over me, and I was like, no. And that is my husband today. So, okay, who is this crazy girl? That baby crazy sha. Like, and my husband came up to meet me.
That one is different.
But having said that, I was brought up in a kind of home that our upbringing, my parents would tell me, speak up. And speak up for yourself, speak up whatever you need. Don't be afraid. Shama, homes differ. I want you to know that you cannot look at your parents' face. It depends on upbringing.
Yeah.
My parents schooled abroad. If Oyibo person is talking to you and you are looking down, they believe you are intimidated. They believe you're timid. They will tell you, why are you looking down? What believe you are guilty in case of accusation? So that has been the norm in my house. Timambe is or Ojulo Rowa. So that is where I got my confidence from.
But ma, what you did, in your case it worked. Your husband, the guy then who now happens to be your husband, didn't mind. Maybe he probably had the same kind of orientation, or he happened to also have already been crushing on you before his friend even came to you. For majority of men, that would be a turn off.
It's even a different case totally. Their case is different. It wasn't like she even went to go and meet the guy. What she did was, burning girls, the friend is better than you. And he went to go and tell the friend. And the friend came. You didn't go and meet the guy. The issue of you saying speak up, sincerely, man, I'm not saying so many families are there that their parents didn't even school abroad, that they will tell you speak up. Be confident of yourself.
Yes,
But
sir.
it's not in the case of when it comes to a man and a woman.
Asking you out, or you're asking a man out, yeah.
In those days. But nowadays, children of today, madam, you are. I want to believe you are not in Nigeria.
No.
But go to Nigeria. I'm talking.
I'm in Nigeria now. I'm currently
okay. In Nigeria, in Nigeria, check. Go and see those young girls the way they behave. It's not about speak up. A girl that is wearing clothes that is extremely revealing. That is going out. It's crazy these days.
I quite agree with you. Yes, I agree with you to an extent.
It's different from the club they are going to these days.
Barely. I never even went to club. But I want club who them are warranty
and as you said, exactly. It's true.
That's why I said I agree with you to an extent. But you also mentioned the point that back in the days, men were financially capable. They had, now they've weaponized women. It is because back then, all our fathers, they had money. They confided our moms to be housewives. The working class, they told them to leave their jobs. And after taking the financial power from the women, from our moms, Mama Beresiri say, Oshi Pro Max, carrying one from one woman to the other. One for a model, one for any to one in the other streets, one for any to she yes ma for madam. So the women now wise up. Then our moti won't be. If we are set why, our wise up. That what happened to my mom can never happen to me. Okay, my mom is share. Daddy wa loni ko ma ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́. Àwọn orí àwọn ọmọ yẹn pé. So, and back then, I still know very well that a lot of women did not go to school. One go wait to be in the kitchen no ma barriers. So majority of our mothers didn't go to school, even our aunts and some of our sets didn't go to school because they believe that in the kitchen the education will be Paris because PhD don't kini. But after some time, it got to a stage in life. Tó jẹ́ pé ojú àwọn ọmọ yẹn ti rí oríṣiríṣi tí fathers want to ṣe fún mothers.
That's why they want to be financially independent now.
Yes, so it is not that government ló fún wa ní weapon. It is not government. Our fathers were gangan ló fún wa weapon. Because ọmọ ìní ìmọ̀ ẹ̀kàwé bàbá ẹ̀ ni ò jẹ́ kó ṣiṣẹ́.
Do you agree with that, sir? Do you agree with that, sir? I think she's right in that, to be fair.
I did not agree with what.
Where is the music coming from? Where is the music coming from? Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
A call was coming in.
Oh, okay.
I would say I do somehow. But sincerely, it's not about whether the father were doing so many men today are doing the same thing. Despite the fact, okay, take a look at this this lady, this small actress, that young girl. I've forgotten her name now. Regina Daniel.
Yeah.
See, one of the things that we don't really understand is things have changed. The way things are in those days is not the way it is right now.
I agree with you. What I'm challenging you on, sir, is that the social media and the government have
weaponized
women. No. So because women are powerful and they are financially stable now,
they were using women to build companies now.
Yeah, they are using it because we are more lettered than most men now. Yes, we are going far and above. Africa way, yes.
What do you told you that? Okay, I I actually understand where this I understand where this is going to, but you know it is one of the major points that is, you know, making it look like nowadays, you know, I don't even know, but I don't want us to deviate from the major conversation, which is about women now having the boldness to go to men to ask them out for whatever reason. Maybe, you know, like to me, one of the major reasons that I'm holding on to that is said that I am the king is the fact that ọkùnrin kankan ní sùúrù máa lé obìnrin kan fún ọdún mẹ́ta fún oṣù mẹ́fà kankan mọ́ hardly lè máa fi rírun kọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n sìn ìyẹn in fact babalá major point nìyẹn tó fi jẹ́ pé nowadays then now let me tell you what, because I get the inspiration for most of these conversations. I get inspiration from all different places. And I remember it just crossed my mind that I remembered something that happened back when I was in uni. There was this commotion that was happening then. I was a Christian from secondary school. So even while I was in uni, I was also a Christian. I was a fellowship person, if you know what I'm saying. And even back then, we know that brothers, when they've crush on sisters, we can almost tell. There was this guy that was on my case particularly. He never said a word. You understand? And as far as I'm concerned, it is not said until it is said. So it got so bad that my friends thought we were up to something, and I'm not. But as far as I was concerned, I am not. I don't know what was going on in his mind. He didn't say nothing, and I wasn't even giving it for it. I didn't even see a hero, you know. And I have a couple of them like that. Now, this thing that happened in my fellowship back then, if anybody is on my fellowship that is, and I think there was one or two people that we might have attended the same fellowship back when I was in uni here. This pandemic started to happen, that a brother will suddenly turn up and come and introduce a fiancé from another fellowship. Then a sister will break down and be like, what has broke my heart. I thought he was interested in me. And everybody will be saying, I thought you guys were together, kind of thing. That thing caused a lot of trouble. When we saw sisters that were breaking down just because they assumed that themselves and this particular person were together. Then recently I saw it in a movie as well. It got to a point where this particular guy had lost his wife, and a lady in his office was so close to him, trying to help him, support him, raise his daughter, and blah, blah, blah. And the lady automatically assumed that the guy was with her. So when the guy eventually was ready to move on, he found a lady that she liked. And he asked the lady out and brought her and introduced her to this other lady. This lady was not having it. Are you okay? I thought we were into something. And the man was like, no, you're just my friend. I can't just be your friend. What about all the outings that we had? What about all the time that I would be crying and you would settle me down? What about all the time that you say, that one said, I'm just doing it. They are friends. And this lady went really mad to the extent that she was ready to poison the new lady. It was really bad. So it just brought me back. It brought the memory back. It brought back the memory of, it is not said until, and I think for my fellowship one I was talking about, somebody's on this, I don't want to mention the name, someone is actually on this show that knows what I'm talking about, because we attended the same fellowship when I was in university. It got to a point that it became a pandemic that it has to be said in the fellowship. Then we now had a slogan: it is not said until it is said. Never ever assume that somebody is interested in you except they say it, no matter how caring. This other guy that I was talking about will come to my room almost every day. In fact, there was a time that he wasn't feeling well, and myself and a group of girls went to see him. I was shocked to see my picture. What's not to work me to the album photo your photo me to fish a photo took me sorry table new year with the me so $1. You understand? So those kind of things, even when I'm telling my friends that I'm telling you, stop it, charge your and there was nothing. You know, I never had in mind that there was no. So now this is what brought about this particular topic on, you know. And we have a lot of young people that might be picking up this topic, or that you might want to kind of, let's forget about people. I want to misbehave, I want to show share. Let me pay, let me ask for crying out. I did pay, I wanted to just shake back. But morally speaking, if your daughter comes home, for example, and say, Mom, there's this guy I really like. I love him, and I really wish we could be together. But the guy is not saying anything. what do I do? How would I advise that daughter? Somebody said, remember that in that movie, that guy kissed her and led her on. Yeah, because she was all over the guy. If you like someone, create an atmosphere to bring you together. Well, I think then another thing is people take vulnerability, they take advantage. She had always liked the guy. You understand? She had always liked the guy. So she was all over him. She was trying to help him do stuff at Itoron, being the mom to his daughter, doing everything. So at one point, a vulnerable man who had lost his life for over 4 years, they just happened to kiss once, and the guy apologized and said, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it." No, this is what could happen when it's an unspoken feeling. So now let's talk about it. For a young person, please unmute yourself. Total event, Kemi Joy Finance, please unmute yourself. Yo, Baba, please call me on if you want to say something to this. I want us to talk about it because allow them don't grow up. Mommy, I love this guy so much. I'm crushing on him. Blah 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 blah. How do I go about it? In fact, should I tell you the truth? I had crushed on my teacher before. So people do crush on people, but how many people can control it? I used to have a student teacher, or whatever. So you have to. How do you control it? How do you not get in trouble? Because like that movie I'm talking about, this lady actually led herself on, assuming that this guy had interest in her without nothing being said. Should we go by the term of it is not said until it is said? Or if our young girls, our young girls in uni, our young adults, if they come to us or teenagers and they say, "Mommy, I like this particular person," should I talk to them? How do you advise them? Please, people on mute. This is the point I want us to really discuss because we don't want to mislead our children. We don't want them to get in trouble. And, is it also true that a woman that asks a man out is cheap? There's this saying that's the way I see it personally. But am I right to think that asking a guy out means that you're cheap? People that do it, are they cheap for real? Stuff like that. Please unmute yourself and say something to me. How can we go about it? How can you advise a young person that comes to you and say, "Mom, I like this person," and should I speak to them? Should I let them know? Should I keep quiet until they come to me? How can we advise them? Oh yeah. Oh.
Hello.
Hey, Kemostic is here, everybody. Our very own total event. God bless you, sis. God bless you, sis. One boy, yeah, we're going to
I don't even know what to say. I think that question is a bit tricky.
It's tricky.
And that was one question I've always asked. With men asking women out, or men generally asking ladies out. Is it a cultural thing or is it biblical?
Well, the Bible said, "He that finds a wife."
Yes. If the Bible says you will find a wife, it doesn't say you can ask you as a wife. And it wasn't the man that found the wife; it was God that found the wife for him.
No, Bible said, I'm just trying to respond to
I wanted
the
to ask that
question.
question as well.
Yeah.
It is not biblical. That's the thing. We can start from there. I believe it's an African thing. Is it a cultural thing? Yeah, it's a cultural thing. To me, or is it biblical that it's a man that must
that's actually that is the bone of contention for tonight's conversation. The reason why we brought this here today is to kind of, because like you said, whether or not we believe it, religious or culture had affected our way of thinking in a lot of ways. For instance, there's a general belief. When I say general belief, it doesn't mean everybody believes in it, but majority believe in the part of the world where we come from. Majority believe that a woman having the guts to ask a man out, there is something about that woman. They may say, is either you're promiscuous or you're cheap or you're this. Yes, ma'am.
I think network is.
We can hear you.
It's fluctuating now.
We can hear you, ma'am.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay.
I want them going, madam. I want going.
So the reason why I asked is that I've seen instances where a lady asks the guy out and they got married and they've been together till forever and nothing. There's no no issue. There's no difference from you. In fact, you told me first now. Of course, even publicly, and I've gone to parties. I've been MCs and people. You ask couple questions and they say who made the first move. They say no, she made the first move. You know what I mean? So I totally see nothing wrong with anyone asking anyone out. If you know, and the only thing I would say is that I'm going back to your question saying that if my child comes home.
Yeah.
It depends on the age of the child. If my 10-year-old come back home and say, "Oh, mommy, I have a crush," my coco no.
It's lazy time here. Can you go?
But if I have a 26-year-old telling me that, "Oh, mom, I had a crush on the guy," he's not talking, he's not saying anything. Can I make the move? I would say yes. Go ahead.
I think you should actually probably ask. Do you think it has the same? Is the feeling mutual?
No, the thing is, if I say go ahead, I'm not saying you should go straight to say will you marry me. So my point is that my point of asking him is that to sit him down and ask him that what do you really need? Just to sort of speak through and speak over the situation at hand. Like, oh, I feel like do you really have a crush on? Do you really think you like me, or do you really think we can be a duo? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like people
people might flowers
once I get flower, but
yes.
What I mean is that yes, if my child comes to me at that age, I will advise her to ask the guy. That okay, I know we are very close and we've been doing things together. Is it leading to anything? Are we up to something? You know, what do you really think? You know, I'm a little so they will talk about it and I'm okay. We can be up to something. And if there is nothing, if you're not
man shy, Benny. I have a lot of guys that are actually very shy. That 1001 years one. It's all.
Total event, man. I extremely agree with you with what you just said because
thank you, sir.
Before I got married, sir, all the women I met on my way, or even the woman I married, I did not ask her out.
Are you one of the shy ones, sir?
I don't even know how to ask a lady out. So the only thing that happens, we become friends. In fact, the first day I asked my wife, because we were friends for like 4 years, casual friends, nothing. And the day I now asked her, when everybody, as at that time we were friends, my dad had started calling her my wife.
Oh dear. I want your chemistry. My dad
introduced.
For you.
For me now, anyways. But when my dad said, my dad actually introduced her to my elder sister and said,
sorry.
And she knelt down. But the first time I asked her, despite the fact that she has knelt down for my sister, Tony Yoko and all of those, the first time I asked her, I just said, come, people have been saying this about us. What do you think? What do you think?
You will end up withdraw.
Exactly.
When I did not feel anything, I said, you did not feel anything. Only yes, I didn't feel anything.
That's natural. Do
you know what I did? I just told myself that I will never ask her such a thing again.
Ah, God.
That I will never. So, and we kept on going like that until one day we would just go sit down, like something, we were discussing something and we just said, should we give it a chance? Think about it. And she said yes. That was how it happened. So I totally agree with you that you go and ask. Let's see.
Yes.
The
question you asked, the question that uncle asked his wife, Women too can ask men. Yeah, that's what
You can ask men, but
But
it's
because
not
of
like going and putting flower, going and asking him, yeah, I like you now. No, now.
No, it comes with maturity and stuff like that, you know.
Oh, why?
Now uncle said, my husband, he was like my school father for a very long time. I've known him since I was in JSS 3 or so. It's me, we have to do 14 years, but my age when I was secondary school.
12.
But I've known him for a long time. School father, school daughter stuff. Like she meets here, we don't till we met again some other time. He was so shy. He wasn't saying anything. Me too. I was not expecting him. I'm like, first of all, I was looking at the age difference. And then he finished university. Me, I was just about to enter. So I guess because so I would be like, you can never tell. He didn't say anything. He would just be sending his brother to say hello to me, to bring something.
Because láyé ìgbà yẹn gan, ṣé o pé láyé ìgbà yẹn gan.
So until one day, he now wrote a letter. He now wrote long letter.
Ṣé dáadáa lẹ́wà gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwa náà ti wà lẹ́yìn tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀. I remember those letters. I remember those letters.
You know, I get it like, you know, when things left unspoken can still be understood. I can never forget that.
Letter, yeah.
You better speak. Better speak now or never.
Oh, never.
So some men are like that. They are shy. So I don't think there is anything wrong.
Thank you so much, ma. Thank you.
I would say cultural effect after it's like,
and I think another thing is fear of rejection. I think fear of being rejected.
This is why I said that it comes with maturity, because it only takes a matured man to understand that kind of a lady.
Because total events. Because when a woman rejects a man, she shape away more back on.
Yeah.
But when a woman summon courage to ask a man, and the man turn like something. One thing that I was a you know what so if a man can feel like that, imagine how a woman will feel if after someone courage that could damage her confidence for a very long time. And like Yao Baba said that saying it says you can create an atmosphere for discussion, or perhaps you would have said something or somehow that you can deduce that this person is interested in me. He said saying that might be difficult, just to go to demonstrate might be difficult. You can create a space for good discussion. You will get something out of that. That's what we're talking about. So sometimes if you cannot go straight point blank to ask, which personally I don't think I would do. I don't think so.
I was really mad with them.
Some men, another thing that Victor said earlier, upbringing.
Whether he's matured or not, there are some men that will frown at you to the core. Like, it took me a long time after I'd gotten married, for a very long time, that I started realizing that some certain things you should not. But like Madam Total Event just said, looking at the age determines how you will expect a lady to act. A lady in her 20s, early 20s to 25, you should not even allow her, she should not tell you, hey, I saw a guy I want to marry. Well, okay, she's in her 30s, 35, and all of those things. You will be the one that will tell her, talk to him, don't let him go. You don't know if he's in love with you or he's having feelings for you too, like that. But the way it's happening now, from what you said from the beginning, if you check it very well, you are talking about the younger people. We are not talking about the that. And those younger people now, what they are doing is something else. Really, when it comes to a woman, what they are doing is something else.
They are throwing themselves. They are basically throwing themselves at men, which is totally wrong. You know.
Even without saying anything, a young girl and a young guy that you just saw each other, and before you know it, you started hugging, sitting down on his laps, doing all sorts of things. Do you think that man will not just do you anyhow? Because definitely he knows that you are throwing yourself
at him, Benny.
So those are the things that I'm looking at, and the working class now, you will realize that it's because most of them are financially empowered. That is why they don't even give their faces for men to come and approach them. Somebody who is in the car always. I was talking about when I was working in P&G, almost all the ladies in my office were driving car. And how do you want men to assess such people? And at the working place, you will see guys that even like them because they were a colleague in the office. They look at it as an alien in the
But that's an assumption, though.
It's an assumption.
Hey, pure heart. God bless you, man. It's an assumption.
A lot of people are see, naturally, when a man sees a woman who is doing fantastically well than him, it's just like somebody like me now meet with Folorunso Alakija.
Èèyàn ti kọ́kọ́ wà intimidated náà. Èèyàn ti kọ́kọ́ wà intimidated náà. Kẹ́ni náà tiẹ̀ tó sọ̀rọ̀.
You know?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, sir.
I have the confidence to talk to her, like probably when it comes to work relationship or something like that.
Yeah.
But no matter how I feel, no matter the feeling I have in my heart for her, won't give me that in some way.
Àwọn kan máa sọ o, àwọn kan máa sọ, àwọn kan wà. You know, ó dàbí nǹkan tá à ń sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ni, upbringing àti ìwẹ̀ náà matter. Ẹlòmíì ò rányàn o, pátápátá. Some people are so confident to the point that they will say pátápátá ó máa sọ pé no, I will shoot my shots, you understand? But that's very rare.
People are very bold.
Yeah, it's very rare. Pure heart, see, message you. You know, so we have to understand that dimensions to life. There's a lot of dimensions to life. Let me quickly just do a quick recap on what we've been talking about for the sake of those that are just joining us. We are talking about when you crush on someone, and as a woman, is it okay for you to go ahead and let them know that you are crushing on them as an opposite sex, or it's supposed to wait until it is said? Because a lot of situations have happened where women have spoken and it has led to trouble, or women have assumed that this person loves me and they have entered into trouble. They are broken-hearted. I know some of them will fair cool. I'm telling you, I am not joking. You know, me ò fẹ́ dárúkọ yẹn kó wà lórí show ìtẹ́pọ̀ mọ story tí mò ń sọ yìí. Obìnrin yẹn fẹ́ ìyá wèrè ní sẹ́ẹ̀. Ìgbà tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn mú ìyàwó ẹ̀ gangan wá. Obìnrin yẹn fẹ́ ìyá wèrè ní. I'm not joking o. Even gbogbo church prefer this other girl tí ó assume pé bọ̀bọ̀ yìí nífẹ̀ẹ́ òun. Wọ́n prefer ìgbà tó mú ìyàwó ẹ̀ dé wọ́n almost bẹ́ẹ̀ pé wọ́n bá ṣọ̀tá ni o. I'm telling you, ẹni náà wà lórí show yìí ní nǹkan fẹ́ sọ ni. So sometimes it can lead to that. And so we're talking about, should they wait till the guy talks, or should you just go ahead and say something? And a lot of people have been saying a lot of beautiful things. You know, it depends on the situation. Then it depends on what, you know, and I know that some of us also, we are Christians. Some of us are Christians because can go ahead, I will go ahead. We know men that have asked women out, and we know women that have asked men out and it has been successful. But in our culture, just like what Uncle is saying, I think I'm from that line of thought as well. Why will any woman be asking a man out? Desperation when you. But then age yato, relationship yato. Then somebody also suggested that instead of going straight to the person, why don't you create an atmosphere? But in the case of the story that I told you, the woman tried to create an atmosphere, organized about 2 or 3 outings for Matibobonye, and it went very well. But the man never went. Asked her out for dinner. But boy also anything, and she didn't say anything as well. So in particular, eventually muya we delori eda wípé you mean And she really went bitter. She went bitter to the point that she was ready to poison the wife that man brought. Now, let's talk about, you know, if a man notices, for example, let's say I'm a man and I notice a woman is crushing on me, I should be able to tell. Most people can tell if this person likes me. As a woman, you almost can tell that this person likes me. And as a woman as well, you can tell that this person also is interested in me. I want to ask, I think one of my devices is about to die. I'm going to take the charger right now, but I want to ask a question. Is it okay as a man to say one be arábìnrin like pé bó ṣe ń ṣe lemọ́lemọ́ pẹ̀lú mi in interest you? Imagine lead their own. I hope you're not thinking or anything. No. Is it okay for a man to say that? Please, let's answer that question. I want to grab my charger. Let's answer that. Is it okay? Yes, in your own opinion, ma, I'm hearing you. Is it okay to say, Timba notice pé ẹni yìí tí ń ṣe kúrúkúrú mọ́ mi jù, ṣé mo lè sọ fún pé arákùnrin àbárábìnrin kúrúkúrú ìfẹ́ pọ̀ ju o, ebi ò ní interest o, má jẹ́ pé mo lọ ń lead ẹ̀ ọ̀nà. Ṣé mo lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ in order to not waste the person's time?
I think it's safe. I think it's safe to say that rather than assuming common or gassy disappointment. Like the person that you mentioned now. Because
Benny.
So I think the man should have told the woman earlier, like if it's producing you're not very bad.
So that any
so man of anything, wow, we are fine too. It's okay. The problem we have is that we do not communicate.
Environment no ni à ń bẹ̀rù stigmatization, à ń bẹ̀rù kó má sọ mí lẹ́nu. What will people say? You know ni nǹkan. Oh no ni. What will people say? You know ni nǹkan. Ẹ má tiẹ̀ lọ bẹ̀ yẹn. Tó jẹ́ bàbàrà mọ́. And she actually had more supporters than people that are criticizing her. It's true. In Koti Mori, yeah, I think like you said, ma'am, you understand? And I think people should do what works for them. What's it? It's almost like the good is now turned to bad and bad is now. In fact, I want to say that no man attacking. What's the big deal? Because even in that case I mentioned now, they're attacking the wife, they're attacking. Also strange. When you go to
we have no shame, we have no dignity whatsoever anymore.
Okay. Yeah, we don't. Somebody said, hold on 1 second, sir. Somebody said instead of telling her point blank, you can start talking about your relationship with her so that
that's what we are saying. Talk about it.
Yeah, you can let her know that you have somebody or something.
Create awareness. Let her know that don't talk about it. Discuss. Communicate with each other.
What about those that you will talk about it with them, and they will still insist?
Break heart. Then in that situation, that man should create a gap.
About personal experiences.
How did you go about it, sir?
This one cost me my job. I'm telling you, she was my manager, and she said,
Manager, I didn't find boy. I'm ashamed. This is another thing. This is another thing that we don't talk about often. We assume that it's only women that face sexual discrimination, sexual harassment at work. A lot of men face it as well.
What I'm saying now, the whole of my family knows about it.
Imagine.
My wife knows about it. My office, everybody knows about it.
Now by force.
Including my MD. She was the next person to my MD. She terminated my appointment 3 times.
òun ló yẹ kó lè ìgbà tẹ́mdì mọ̀ ń pa ó yẹ kẹ́mdì lé ní now.
Yeah, because my MD felt like, in fact, it got to my MD just told her, if you cannot work with this guy, just stay one side and leave him one side.
Imagine.
And she went as far as doing it to the point that my appointment was terminated.
It is well. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kárí. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ rí alákòóbá o bí àṣà wọn.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can I say something? At the end of the day, you know when you're very she just wanted you to be sleeping with her.
I think so.
And he knows you are married.
This one, I am married. She's not like she want to.
Ẹlẹ́mìí èṣù nìyẹn, ẹlẹ́mìí èṣù.
That's what I'm saying.
Ẹlẹ́mìí èṣù nìyẹn.
If it was another man, what
even when I had not gotten married, I have seen a lady that asked me out, and I not a lady, not one self. There's this particular lady that asked me out then when we were in school. And I told her, is that what they asked you? Is that what they asked you to come and friends? They all stood up and they said they would like that.
Oh. Yeah, that was the level of exposure as at then. And as we said, upbringing has a lot to do with this. Probably that would be the reaction, of my own people, my siblings that are male. That would probably be the reaction. But it all depends on the level of exposure, and also depends on how the upbringing and stuff like that. So I can understand, but obviously one knows better now, more better and say other shit. Now the bottom line of all this that we are talking about, like Kemi said, Joyful Noise, she said, it doesn't really matter who speaks as long as we go about it the right way. A lot of times, like I always say on this show, when I come on this show, I don't come here to come and tell you this is the right way, this is not the right way. I'll probably tell you what my own school of thought is and learn from you. Tonight I have learned and I have unlearned. Because when I was coming on this show, my impression is about but from what everybody has said, I hate to do situation, all depend on situation, depend on circumstance, all depend on and the way people go about it. Obviously, what we are saying tonight is, especially when we are teaching our younger ones, like Total Event rightly said, it depends on the age. For example, if my own young girl of less than 20 comes to me and tell me that I have a crush on somebody, no, well, I know that Total Event was joking when she said Makonko, she was just joking. But let's talk about it. There's some parents that will actually conico and dismiss them and dismiss. Age 20, age 21, what the barrock color, age 25. You want more yo, Moko Wale, Benny Pokoma follow Joe from Funi. So we are learning every day. As I'm going to be going to the other segment of this show, I would definitely say to parents on this show, if our children come home and say, I'm crushing on someone, whether or not they are female or male, we need to kind of counsel them. And the thing about counseling again is about your level of exposure. Is what you have that you will give. A lot of people don't even have what it takes to counsel their young ones. Or counsel based on the most likely people say, like to ask out. But now that I've learned from here tonight that it's possible. It depends on the age. For example, I would tell my younger ones, when I say younger, as in between the age 15 and 20, maybe 22 or 23, and say to them, wait, let's hear what the guy has to say. Don't be so quick to go and ask anybody out, and be careful around that person, because when you are crushing on somebody, you are very vulnerable. And this crushing of a thing, it doesn't stop with only which is this next segment I'm going to go into.